Hi everyone, it's another day in Bordo's kitchen, but today is like a forced dish I'm going to make. I was out for my run, so and my friend called, he's coming over. It's a Saturday, so I went a little late for my run. And he made a request. He said, Gautam, he's a pure vegetarian, can you make Paneer Kofta? I'm like, okay, now he's traveling by, and I said, why not? It's a very simple dish, but beautiful. It tastes very well. He had it a long time back. I've never made it since, so I said, okay, I'll do it one more time, right? So let me show you the ingredients. On my chopping board, I've got coarsely chopped cottage cheese or paneer. It's about 200 grams. Finely chopped coriander, coarsely chopped ginger, coarsely chopped garlic, 1 shallot coarsely chopped, and 2 red chilies, and 2 green chilies, and of course we got a bowl of half a potato of purely boiled. So this is what I'm going to make the paste in. So let me just show you. I'm going to use the blender to do it, and I'm going to put all this stuff and then blend it. Okay, so I put everything in my blender, and I'm going to just blend it, and then I'm going to make it into balls, and I'm going to take you through the steps, right? So that's the blender, and we're going to blend it. It'll take some time. I'm going to make it into a really nice paste. Okay, it's really blended well. It's kind of let me just show you, bring it down. So it's that, right? So I'm going to just keep it here and bring a bowl, and I'm going to basically put everything in this bowl, and then I'm going to make it into the next step. Right, so I've got this paste done. What I'm going to do now is add a little bit of cumin powder, right? It gives a nice flavor to the paneer kofta. Add a tinge of pepper, black pepper, right? And of course salt to taste, right? So I'm going to put the salt to taste, not too much because it'll be going into the curry as well. That's done. And then for the binding, remember this is going to be made into balls. So for the binding, I'm going to add 1 kind of teaspoon of cornstarch, right? And the last ingredient. Now you can end here. You can end here and not add anything more because this is now pure vegetarian. But I prefer to add an additional ingredient, which is the egg white, the white of an egg, only the white, not the yolk, right? Now that becomes an agrarian food or Aegean food or however you want to call it. But if you're really pure vegetarian, then avoid this, right? So I'm going to just put the egg, the white of the egg yolk. If you can put it here, right? Just the egg white, not the yolk. Just the egg white goes in, right? Right, that's it. So only the egg white. The egg white. That becomes a perfect binding agent. And this yolk, I keep it here, store it so that we can use it in future. Now and then really blend this, right? All blend it, and I'm going to let it rest for about 10 minutes so that everything just goes in together. And as the paste is getting settled before I make them into kind of a ball or koftas, let me take you through the curry ingredient, right, which is going to go into. So what I've done, if Julie can come closer, I've got 2 tomatoes which I have boiled, and I'm going to remove the skins and I'm make it into a puree, right? So that's what it'll be. So this is boiled for about 10 minutes, and you can very easily carve out the skins, use a chopsticks, and it's very, very easy to do. So you can just remove that very easily. And what that does is it doesn't have the skin, right? So I'm going to do that and make it into a puree, which is going to go into the kofta dish. So let it be there on the side. Very simple dish. The bugger told me he's coming, and I had to just do it immediately. So I've got 1 whole red onion, very finely chopped, and all I'm going to use is coriander. I'm going to use turmeric and garam masala, right? Remember, I don't want to dilute the flavor of the kofta, which has the garlic, the chili, and everything else in it, the ginger. So the sauce has to just support it, not overwhelm the ingredients I put in the kofta. Now, more importantly, I don't like round kofta, right? So the one they serve in the hotel, in the restaurant, because it's really deep fried and it's round. So what I do is I like the vadi. It's a Punjabi thing called a vadi form of kofta, which is not necessarily round, but it's like a pakora, which is what I'm intent to do, right? So we're going to do the frying bit now. So I've got my thing here. I've got, I heated up my, if Julie can come here, heated up my, so this is just a practice. I tried it to make sure it's well, the oil is, heated well. So all I'm going to do now, take 2/3 of a spoon of that and just start putting it there. Remember, don't let it stick on the thing. And that's all, 2/3 and put it there. 2/3 and put it there. That's all. This concept of kofta has to be round is not necessarily has to be true, right? Because you're making it at a home, not at a restaurant. So that's it. And we're going to do this. We're going to make about 20 of this. Hi. So now the final dish. I've got mustard oil, very well heated. I've got my onion. Remember, mashed onion. And that goes in there. And it's a very, very, once you get the making the pakoras, and I want to show how it has been done, right? So, because this is a very easy dish to make. So here, if Julie can focus on this one. So we've got layer 1, layer 2. So that's the, and I don't believe in you have to be round and all. As long as you are doing it, this is house cooking, you're okay, you're good, it's fine. So that's it. So we're having the onion. And by the way, as the onion is getting cooked and translucent, you remember the tomato I showed you? This is what I did to the tomato, right? So I made it into a puree, removed the skin, and it became a puree. So that's the thing, and I'm going to keep it here. Well, the onion is translucent. At this stage, I add the coriander, the turmeric, and a pinch of garam masala, which is really the northern style 5 spices. Add that and stir it to the point when it kind of goes proper. Well, this is done. At this stage, I'm going to just take this, the tomato puree, and I'm just put it in there. Stir it. Make sure the spices mixes well with the. I wouldn't add too much of salt in this because the pakoras, as I call them, I don't call them koftas really. They have a lot of. I'm going to raise the heat, and then while that's happening, I'm just going to put them in, right? So you're going to put them in. Remember, this has to melt well, but at the same time, I need to make sure I lower the flame and do some salt test so that the curry has some salt as well. At this stage, I will add a little bit salt. That's it. And with some warm water and stir it. Put it on low flame, cover it up, and we're good. That's your, I wouldn't call it kofta, but it's like vadi, right? You made paneer vadi, or kofta if you want to call it kofta, because they're a little bit round and all this stuff, but easy cooking, done and friends here, and we're going to enjoy this. So try it, very healthy. If you really want it pure vegetarian, just don't add the egg. That's it, the egg white, which I did. Everything else is pure vegetarian, very healthy. Enjoy, and we look forward to my next dish.